I'm here with Sarah Petronio, and we're here to talk about her role as the Director of Student Athlete Development and Events and a couple of the programs she oversees. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your time here at FSU. I hear you were quite the volleyball player.
I think the stories grow like the further and further you're away from them. But yes, I played volleyball from 2003 to 2007 here. Was a captain in my later years, but just very positive experience as a student athlete.
How did you come into your role as Director of Student Athlete Development and Events?
So as a student athlete, I had an amazing mentor. So she kind of walked me through some of her day-to-day, and I was like, that's a really neat and a really fulfilling role, and something I honestly think that I'm kind of interested in. But I knew that I liked what she did, and I found kind of a calling in it. And lo and behold, through the different things and different processes, and it kind of ended up being my path as well.
So you were quite involved with the Student Athlete Advisory Council when you were a student here at Florida State. So what is the mission behind SAC?
SAC. So SAC is comprised of representatives from each sport. So we have 2 to 3 usually representatives, and we meet bi-weekly on Sundays. The student athlete experience is highly valuable, and it's something that we preach to our recruits coming in. And as we're building that culture of support, SAC has a big say in that. So they're building that mission of how can we make the experience for our student athletes that are coming behind us better, but then how also can we get involved as student leaders and then encourage our teammates to also get involved. So they plan community service events, they plan career development opportunities, just different things. The mission is different per year. So whatever the executive board kind of has in the back of their minds, they're the ones that lead that. So we try to just facilitate what they want to see happen.
And what would you say to encourage students to join SAC and be a part of it?
So, something coming from my voice is going to mean something, but something coming from a student athlete's voice means so much more. So whenever you have these student athletes that say, hey, we have this event, I'm going, you should come too, they listen to that, and that's what sets fire in our athletic department. And it's been really pretty neat to see that kind of unfold, for them to take ownership, to truly be leaders, but to have a mission beyond their athletic field, their academic pursuits, whatever that looks like. They want to be more.
And you also oversee women in leadership development. So tell me about WILD.
WILD is my heart of hearts, to be honest. It's a neat opportunity for me to engage with our female student athletes in a different arena. It's a completely voluntary program, and something that I think Florida State is very proud of, an opportunity for us to gather as women and talk about current things that we're going through, that I went through, and what I would tell my 18 to 22-year-old self, if I could do my experience again. Those are the lessons that I learned, but then also the things that they're walking in day to day that we can talk about and talk through, and they can get to see that a swimmer may have the same experience as a soccer player, but they may not know it, or they may not engage in the same circles, but kind of find that camaraderie and shared experience. These women want to do big things. They have really amazing aspirations, but sometimes you just need that support of people around you to make it happen. So I think that's what we're trying to cultivate in WILD, is that shared support and just growth opportunities.
You put on a lot of events that promote leadership, like Seminole's Got Talent and many others.
Sure.
What is the number one thing that you want your students to take away from those events?
The personal development events that we put together, they're doing something outside of their norm. I think we grow as people whenever we challenge ourselves to be bigger than our fears and our limitations, and to have a different outlet. It's really easy to get caught up in the demands of what being a student athlete is, and sometimes you need to see beyond that for just a brief moment to have an outlet and a different side of you. I think at the end of the day, what we're really trying to preach is that there will come an end to your sport, and that identity is so much bigger than what you accomplish as an athlete and as a student, and that holistic approach, I think, makes you better in all of the areas.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for joining me. I had a great time talking to you and learning all about SAC and WILD and your time here at Florida State.
I'm Krista Witiak for Seminole Sports Magazine.